Welcome back to The Day That Was. I'm Lee McCabe. Now, wondering where your next meal will come from is a daily struggle for many South Africans. In the Eastern Cape, however, one particular family from Butterworth say their problems are worse than most. All 7 family members live in an informal settlement and don't have any IDs that could help them apply for social grants. ENCA's Ronald Masinda has the story.
A family from Smart's informal settlement says they've been living here for the past 40 years. The father says that the only source of income is by selling wood.
Despite
living in dire poverty, this family says they still appreciate the work done by the African National Congress.
Kuba isikhuphule ebubini yasiphathela ukutya yasiphathela impahla yasiphathela nebhedi yasiphathela neengubo.
But the ANC in the region believes many people find themselves in this situation as those in power are not made aware.
Wabaziwe late into kokubana utshilo utata apha wathi zange nabo bakhe baphuma baye bantwini imeko yabo bebehleli phezukwayo. Yilando yokokubana umuntu angafuna ukwaziwa into kokubana uhlupheka kangakanani na kutsho bona ngemilomo yabo. So nguward committee walapha othathe inxaxheba saze ke ngoku sabe siyasukuma sincedisana nabo babe bayazenzelwa ii-IDs ezi abangenazo.
Meanwhile, the Democratic Alliance says it can no longer watch people suffer under the leadership of the ANC.
This is the poorest province in the country. This is the province with the highest unemployment rate in the country. And so we've got to make that case to people of the Eastern Cape that life does not have to be this way. You don't have to be taken for granted by the ANC. You can choose differently. You can choose a government that will care for you. And that's going to be the task of people like Andrew and people like here, my leaders here, who are going to be knocking on doors to say to the people, yes, you may have an emotional attachment to the ANC, but it no longer has an attachment to you.
With the election year fast approaching, many who will be voting will be hoping that the X that they put on their ballot paper will be for a party who will be serving the best interests of all South Africans. Ronald Masinda, Butterworth.
The sexual abuse case against ANC consulate Tebogo Sepale has been postponed to the 1st of November when he is expected to make a formal bail application. Sepale faces charges of rape, sexual abuse, violating children and producing child porn. ENCA reporter Bafadile Murane has more.
A community leader and pastor remains behind bars since his arrest in April. Tebogo Sepale, an ANC ward councillor at the Matlosana local municipality in Kanana, is facing 11 charges, including 2 counts of statutory rape and 3 for the violation of a child with consent. It's alleged that Sepale would abuse his power by demanding sexual favors when community members sought his assistance. He has since been suspended from the party.
We are hoping that there should be at least a finality on his bail application so that as the ANC we can also process him. Now we will wait until the 1st of November to hear if he will be given the bail or not. Then the 5th sitting will take a decision on his future.
Despite being in custody for nearly 6 months now, Sepale continues to draw a salary.
We are not able to process him in terms of cutting the salary up until the charges that he's facing come to a certain conclusion, whether he's guilty or not guilty. The least that we could have done now is to suspend him and prevent him from participating in terms of the council of sitting, in terms of the activities at the level of the ward.
Community members and families of the victims are furious.
Community leading no to bail. So you are not to that case
The National Prosecuting Authority says investigations have now been finalized and they are ready for trial. Sepale will be applying for bail on the 1st of November. Bafedile Moerani, Okni, Klekstop.
Air quality officials have recommended that people with chronic respiratory tract conditions should stay indoors as smoke fills the air in Richards Bay. It's day 5 since the fire started that destroyed parts of the NCT woodchip mill in the town. Now, company officials say the fire is under control. ENCA's Latiwe Mdluli reports.
Air quality officials in Richards Bay are warning vulnerable groups to stay indoors to avoid inhaling the smoke in the air as the fire at the NCT woodchip factory continues. During a media briefing to stakeholders, NCT officials said for now everything seems fine but urged residents to take precautions.
At the moment they are safe, but we are sensitizing the community to take precautionary measures, especially the people that are living with underlying diseases like asthma. They will get affected very, very quickly. The smoke, if you are exposed to it, you will cough, so you will get the redness of the eyes. It will come through your eyes and through your nose. So when that happens, please make sure that if you are an asthma person, take your medication, get indoors, stay away from outdoor activities, or limit outdoor activities as much as possible.
At the moment, all efforts are to protect 2 stockpiles that have not been affected by the fire as they stand between NCT and a chemical company, Fosco. If the fire moves to the direction of Fosco, a disaster might happen. But the chemical company says they have also taken precautionary measures.
We normally carry about 800 tons of ammonia on site, and we have the capacity to carry about 80,000 tons of sulfur on site. And since this disaster struck, we have depleted all the ammonia on site to 0 stock level, and we have reduced the sulfur stock level to 6,000 tons. And the reason why we do that is because these 2 raw materials are flammable, and we know that should we have fire crossing over to us, it could be disastrous if we do have such high levels on site.
A total of 45 firefighters are on the ground. Transnet was also part of the briefing. The Ports Authority says their operations have not been affected, but they are concerned about the economic impact that this will have.
The port is fully functional. However, having noted the challenges that Danny was talking to, we have increased the levels of vigilance around cargoes that could be affected by flying embers, where we have deployed additional fire watchers, where people are walking those sensitive areas. The second call we want to make in regards to that is to the trucking fraternity and those who are sending trucks to the port. We want to appeal that they really start booking so that we do not have any trucks that will be wandering around when they are not being expected to be processed.
Municipality officials say they are also in communication with the Provincial Department of Cooperative Governance for additional support. Latiwe Mdluli, Richards Bay.
And that wraps this edition of The Day That Was. From myself and the team, have a great klein Vrydag, as they would say in Afrikaans. Thanks for watching.